number of evaluations. That's so much of it would, yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. This has been very difficult for me lately.
No, that's okay. Again, thank you for sharing your experiences, and especially because it's so hard for you to talk about it. You can take a few minutes if you need, and if at any point you don't feel comfortable continuing, we can also stop. Okay?
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Right. Yeah.
Great time.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's continue.
Okay. All right. So switching gears a little bit. So what methods of assessment are used to monitor your progress in the program and acquiring specific competencies?
So what evaluation tools we're having?
Mm-hmm.
So we have different ones. We have the ITERs from each site. I think it stands for end of rotation evaluation. We have, and that's based on a daily evaluation that is supposed to be filled out whenever you work with the staff, because in anesthesia you work with a different staff each day. So each day you're supposed to have a daily evaluation of your performance. We have the EPAs as well, and we do have at the end of each rotation and each site in each hospital an oral exam that is supposed to train us for the Royal College oral exam, but it's also for the committee to review your progress. And part of that, we just wrote a couple of months ago an exam, which is it's called an AKT exam, which is an American exam that should be usually is written by anesthesia residents after finishing to test their basic knowledge. So our department, other than the daily evaluations and the EPAs, we have oral exam, and every couple of months we do an written exam to see where you're at and the expectation that you progress after each exam.
Okay. Now, the daily assessments, the ITERs and the EPAs, are these on paper? Are they on the computer? How is it done?
The EPAs, we have it's electronically implemented on the system called Elentra at UFT, and the ITERs is it's done through a Survey Monkey, which only staff has access to, and at the end, the site coordinator would fill these ITERs.
Okay. And I guess specifically for EPAs, do you feel that you were appropriately trained for the use of it? Of the Elantra system?
What do you mean by that? By trained?
So specifically for EPAs and the CBME evaluations, in the beginning of residency, did you feel like you were appropriately trained or appropriately explained to you how to use?
Yeah, it's easy to navigate, and we had lots of workshops on that.
Okay, so your school provided workshops to teach you how to use them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, do you think these assessment methods are appropriate or adequate?
Yep, I think it was appropriate. And we always had
Great.
technical support from the department if we needed anything.
Okay. So what recommendations would you have for residents entering programs that are about to undergo transition or have fully done so into the CBME model?
For the incoming residents about this, I think I would say well, I'm not sure what recommendations I have for them.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't know what to say.
No. What about tips or strategies? Anything?
Maybe, plan ahead about in each site and try to learn around the CPA. So at least when you attempt them, you succeed to attempt them because they're not low stakes. But the reason it's difficult to say something about it because most of the difficulties was through implementation and actually doing them with and convince staff about filling them out. I think this has been the most stressful part of it, and the most stressful part in achieving those competencies. And I remember at when we first started during our foundation phase, the new site that my group were transferred to, most of the staff were opposed to it. Till someone told them if they're gonna have to deal with it or they're gonna have to find job somewhere else. And only after that, it became really intense at that period. And only after that, at that certain site, staff were just filling them out because they had to fill them out, right? So it didn't matter if some of them did not really care if we passed or if we learned anything. They just think that it's just a paperwork and we just have to do it to please someone in the department. So maybe, so maybe interviewing, talk for this specific question for the second cohort might be easier because they don't have implementation difficulties as we did.
Yeah.
So, so it's really difficult to say.
I was just going to say we're getting to the end of the interview. The last question I have for you is that is there anything else that you would like to bring to our attention regarding your experiences with CBME?
No. I'm glad you're doing this study. No.
Good. Well, again, thank you very much for your time. If requested, we will provide a copy of our reported results to participants when the analysis and peer review process is complete for publication. And we'll do this electronically. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
Great. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. Bye.
Great. Bye.